right.
Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
I can check.
I don't think I can hear you.
I don't hear you in the Twitch stream.
I can hear me. I can hear Cam.
Yeah, I heard myself cough, so I know
That's the only thing I need to know.
3-second delay.
There we go. Better? Yep.
Yep,
Okay,
there we go.
good. Hey, everybody, thank you for putting up with yet more of the joyous technical difficulties that beset me every single time I do this. But what I wanted to say is hello, all you architects of fate, and welcome to Star Trek Adventures back in business. Hey, you're going to be... what I want to do is first, our stage manager, Felix, is going to be handing out fate chips to everybody. And then we're going to mention how the redeem command works right there. And unlike other referees, I'm not going to repeat everything Felix just said. So that's a good thing. But welcome to Back in Business. And tonight we are going to enjoy the world of Star Trek, but from the point of view of the Ferengi. And the Ferengi, call them criminals, call them crude, call them greedy, but never, ever underestimate them. The galaxy is putting itself together back together after the horrors of the Dominion War. Old empires are falling and new ones are rising, and a once stable galaxy is now facing an uncertain future. The 1,000-year-old Ferengi Alliance is also undergoing these seismic shifts with the ascension of Grand Nagus Rom. Old ways of rampant greed and misogyny are giving way to new ways of shared ambition and opening new markets. Now, these changes have impacted all Ferengi, rich and poor alike. And what we're going to do is look in on a merry little band of profiteers and their acquaintances as we plunge back into the world of Star Trek Back in Business. So what I want to do is, before I go to the summary, how about you guys tell me a little about yourself, starting with Cello Puck.
Oh, we can't hear Cello
we
Puck.
cannot hear
I
Cello
think
Puck.
we can't hear Paul.
Nope, give me a second. Nope.
Test.
I wiped you. Try it now.
Okay,
Please.
I'll start again. Nope. What?
Yep. No, okay.
We good?
5 by 5.
All right. So I'm this is my first time doing this online with these guys, and I'm having fun. I'm running a character, Gareth, who's a Danubian, and his main interest is music of the universe, both recordings and instruments. So he's a collector of that and tries to trade with that as well. And he also has a Bajoran wife with him, Lyra, and she's kind of a medical type person. And yeah, so it's been fun. So hopefully
She's
we
also
keep
a
going.
dab hand with a phaser, as we're finding out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what we've got next? Next up is
The best medical people always make their own patients.
never out of patience. Dave,
Right.
you want to tell us anything about the provisional leader and paymaster of this little group?
KashDash is a Ferengi, as you can obviously tell. He is, provisional captain, working on a loan I got from the First National Bank of Farengar. And so we're just out here in Alvaron 7, doing our damnedest to wheel and deal and make a little scratch to take out my damned sister.
Okay, now I've got to come up with a new NPC. Anyway, MSU Supercam. Cameron, want to tell us about your game?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, so I'm running 2 characters also. My primary character is Dravok Fex. He's a Ferengi who was sort of desperate to make money, so he got involved with the Orion Syndicate, but then he kind of backstabbed them and wanted to make more profits at the expense of his Orion allies. So they're no longer allies. They're kind of after his head. The stuff he was smuggling is the 24th century version of steroids, and he himself was addicted to them. So he has a big body, and as you can see from his little graphic, he also has shrunken lobes, which is a side effect of those things. And he's playing, and I'm also playing his kind of like sidekick / business partner, Noah Alcal. And he is an Orion. He's a member of the Syndicate, or was. And then when he helped Dravok backstab the other business associates, he also became wanted. And he's a little bit of an archaeologist. He's kind of a debutante of archaeology. He's interested in it, but he's not classically trained. And he collects strange and unusual items from the ancient past of the galaxy.
That sounds pretty foreboding. It's like almost like a.
It does sound a little scary.
I'm not sure. Let me see. Well, last time we haven't played in a little bit. So last time, the crew has been encountering the complexities and colorful personalities of the port city on Albaron 7, and we'll just call the city Albaron just to confuse everybody. Because New York has never been done, right? And for some reason, everyone seems to want to take over this ship, your ship, the freighter. After a after a lesson in evasive but deadly speech, KashDash and Gorath are trying to call the freighter, but Lyra and Dvorak don't seem to be picking up. And also, as we noted, Noit has just found an artifact that seems more interesting than anything he has ever collected before. What? When did Captain Kirk show up? Wait a minute. I don't need Captain Kirk in this. No, I don't need that. We do have a wild good devil that has just entered the chat, however. So that's a good thing to know. And what I wanted to do was pick up on the ship, on the freighter, where, if I'm not mistaken, Because the players, you can all see the stuff plus all the crap I have planned, which kind of sucks, but you're all good. Yeah, I know you're going to do something to us, Good Devil. I feel like you got me in a box. Well, we put you in a hole. Yeah, we put you in a box. Yeah, we put you in that pigeonhole-y thing. That's up to you. It's up to you to either stay inside or ask what box. Steak in a box. Yeah, we did steak in a box. So Lyra, you just, as far as I recall, phasered Nausicaa 09. And
Yes.
Gorak, you've been slammed into the wall by 07, and he's facing you, and he's just like, laughing because he's obviously just caused cruelty. Clepium, you are just tired of all this foolishness, and you're being played. That's DM Dave. And I'm trying to figure out what accent you had. I don't know if any of.
Yeah, what did Clapham?
Do not make him a fisherman. You could do him.
No.
From Minnesota.
He was either Cockney or Russian.
I think
Russian. He was Russian. I believe he was Russian.
I like burning out the Russian accent, which makes sense. And you guys do hear a hail, because apparently the bridge has been wired into everybody else's stuff, I guess. And as far as I know, we were about to launch into a potential firefight.
At least sounds correct.
Yes. So I believe it's the player's first move because that's just how good things work. And what do you guys want? Which person on your side wants to move first? And then the second move is, and then the next, and then it just alternates between teams.
I might, because I think the last time we were doing this combat, I sort of, I let the Nausicaa think he did more damage than he actually did. I kind of fainted. I backed up, and then what I'd like to do is kind of a Kirk Fu maneuver where I do a shoulder roll down into him and try to knock him towards Lyra so she can phase her.
Okay. Let's see what we're gonna do then. So you're just gonna try and set him up. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I
like
get all
get him
that
off
because of our
balance.
mind link.
No, I'm just hoping that you'll pick up. I can just yell like "Lyra, file your face" as I roll into him.
All right. Yeah, because you guys haven't quite gotten together enough to you guys haven't worked together enough in situations to get
right. We haven't done.
Yeah,
the
you haven't done a
danger
danger room yet together. Hey, GM and the Great Barrier, welcome. Let me see if I can get. For some reason, we don't believe in the word shout out for you. Hold on. Felix is at a loss. All right, so what I'm going to need is probably, it's Star Trek, so you only got 3 options here. Are you going to try and use finesse to knock him down, or are you just going to try and bull strength him to knock him down?
Let me peek at.
Because this comes down to daring, or your physical, fitness as your ability, and then it's always going to be security.
I gotta find my daring.
Yeah, you pluck up that courage, man.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do.
Okay, you choose the danger. All right. So go ahead. You're just gonna need. It's a physical attack, so you'll need 1, and you're gonna do a thing with effects dice. So anytime you roll an effect, which is a 5 or a 6, I'll get to those later. Let's do the damage, whether we can hit or not first. You'll need one point to hit him. So 2 dice, and you're all set.
All right, let's see. Ooh, an 8
All right,
and a 2.
well.
It's an epic
What do you
miss.
mean? No, this is for Star
No, those
Trek
are
Low's
good.
Best. Yeah, Trek is a
Oh,
roll
yeah,
under
Low's
game.
best.
So yeah, you roll under your target. I am
All right,
so
so
glad
I
that
did
I
do
can be
one.
forgiven for not remembering every intricacy of every other game. Yeah, you gain two successes, and what you can do is you can bank the one remaining momentum you have, or use it to buy an additional die of damage. You know, bank
I'll
it.
bank
Okay,
it.
and you can always spend it.
Since we burned through all of that last time.
I think that's
Yeah,
quite
we
beautiful.
kind of burned through a lot.
So what I'm going to do is ask you to. Did you have dice on your punching or your physical attack?
Let's see.
I forget. It's not called hand to hand. It's something else.
Oh, what is it called?
For effects, it is really. Yeah, don't put it on the front page.
Isn't it
It's
unarmed strike?
Yeah, you should have 6 dice of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
No,
not
it
on
is
the
not.
first
I was
page,
used to the
correct.
more sedate character sheet, and it's like, holy cats. I think it gives you the character sheets. By the way, guys, you can roll a home audience at home. The generator that's free online gives almost all the rules for your character if you print out a full character sheet. It's quite nice. So what you have is you have 6 dice of damage, and there's a thing called knockdown. And we're going to actually use that. If I can find the knockdown rule. Deadly, debilitating. Hidden. Really? You're not going to give me knockdown? All right, fine. Screw you. Yeah, knockdown. If one or more effects, you're knocked
these are
prone on an effect. Because I usually say for this game, if you roll a 5 or a 6, which are effects, you do a point of damage, but you also get like whatever the weapon is listed as having its effect as. And in this case, it is legit knockdown.
Right.
So you throw those 6 dooms.
All right. I'm going to asthma the
Yeah,
character.
Asthma.
All right. I got 2 6s and a 5 out of that. I also got 2
Okay.
1s.
The
And
3.
that
3
3.
doesn't count. So 6 is 1, 5 is 1, 1, 1, 1. So you actually plopped out 5 points of dooms. He's got a point of armor, so that's going to soak up 1 of the points of damage. Totally fine, but you do have 2 knockdowns on him. 3 knockdowns. Whatever that means. He's triple knocked down. He's so knocked down. Is he going to get back up
Sweet.
again? Are you ever going to keep him down?
I hope we can.
Why?
Fire your face.
So here's the deal. All of you, the knockdown happens, right? Because there are 3 knockdowns and 3 of you, I want you to kind of yes and each other's things that happen to him. Like, he's knocked out. First, he falls against the wall, and then the next person, and then tell the next person, go, and then that person says, and then he, falls on his stick or something like that. So, basically, Cam, what's the first knockdown effect do to him?
Right. So the first one, since I was doing a shoulder roll, he stumbles backwards and he falls on his keister. So he kind of falls down to the ground and lands on his on his butt.
Chilipuck, what after he falls on his butt, what happens?
So then he tries to get back up again, and he twists his ankle and falls again.
Okay, and then Dave, bring it home for us.
On that second fall, he begins falling into the stairs towards Lyra.
All right.
So he's sprawled on the ground at the top of the stairs.
Okay, perfect.
At Lyra's feet.
At Lyra's feet. All right. So thanks for that, guys. I appreciate it. We're trying to make it seem like we all have something to do here. I've been known to be a triple knockdown before, according to Nat. Thanks, Nat. All right, so Clip'em, your team gets to do something, and you only have two troops to do it with. Drawing a weapon is a free action, so that's not a big deal. And the weapons are set to stun unless you specifically want to make things personal.
Well, what are my orders?
Oh, that's a good question. What are your orders? They are to seize the ship.
At any cost?
Oh man, I'm gonna say that. Well, the ship itself. I care about the ship, not the people. But they are worth more to me alive than not.
Okay, so one of my two gets to do something.
Yeah, you pick which guy. The guy that's already fallen prone. or
I think he's a lost cause.
I think he can. Well, he can move. He'll get a chance to move later if anybody makes it out of this. Yeah. So go ahead, because you were.
You know what? I think.
Go ahead.
Clapham will grunt in frustration that one of his guys got knocked down by a Ferengi, and then turn around and just try to smash the control panel to the bridge.
So you want to do an engineering smash?
An engineering smash.
Yes. Okay. Because I like that idea, and I think that Goliath Man really likes smashing things. So what I'd like you to do is use. Let's go with. You have an engineering score, which I never gave you, because you're whatever. Let's go with you've got a 12 as your.
Okay.
Let's pretend that this is.
This is my roll under.
Your roll under is 12, and it's going to be some combination of your engineering skill and daring. And what I will say is you have like percussive maintenance, so anything that's a 3 or less. If any one of your dice are 3 or less, they are critical successes.
Okay.
So we're detailing this dude out. You can also purchase additional dice with threat. You need at least 2 dice to open the door, or two successes to open the door.
I think I need to spend a threat or buy a threat or however it works.
Side. You're on my team.
Well, yeah, Clapham really wants in the bridge. That's his
goal.
I don't know what he thinks he's going to do once he gets there. Ooh, okay, I got a 12 and a 6.
All right, that's not bad. That's 2 successes. That's enough to pop the door.
That counts? Okay,
and a 17. And unless it's a 20, you don't have to worry about it. It's just not a success. Okay. If it was extra, you could like spend it on or give it back to me because I would like it.
Right.
And also any criticals you generate do come back as threat because you're a named character.
Right.
Because named villains behave like PCs.
Ooh.
Everybody else is just a mook. So that's how that works. So you bash the door panel. The door slides open to the bridge, which I think that's coming out of somebody that, Captain's going to be a little sad about that.
And then I try to get inside and shut door.
Okay.
I don't know if that will happen on this turn or next turn.
Well, it's pretty good because it's going to be. I think you're good enough to do that. You can at least try and make it in through the door and start working on the closing mechanism.
Bah, 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 bah. If
Yeah,
I didn't
because
smash
it may
it
or may
through.
not. It may or may not work. Let me see. Do we have an audience highs or lows? Does the audience even care? Are they around today? I don't know if the audience.
I got an ad break.
Hey, audience, do you guys want to weigh in on whether or not Iowa? What?
Lows.
Oh, Lowe's. Okay.
Good Devil says Lows.
My screen. I'm gonna humble brag for just a second. My screen is so far away. It's curved. It's so far away that I can't actually see it. I think you can see how big the screen is when Felix plays. You can see the screen that stretches off into the distance. So low. It is a vanishing point. It's quite wonderful. So for lows, what I'd like you to do, Dave, is low, 10 or under, and you succeed.
16.
Okay, you make it in, and you have not yet tripped the control panel. So you start, you stare at it.
Some sparking and fizzing.
Well, that's the other side. You didn't bash all the way through it. So that's a good thing.
Okay, all right.
And now, Lyra, it's your turn. And the Nausicaan...
All right, Lyra.
Yeah, Lyra should be running things, right?
Is it she could have heard him smashing that and getting it
Yeah, I
right.
believe that she'd popped out. She hadn't popped out. She just stuck her hand out from the door and just knocked 09, didn't she?
Okay. Something like that, I guess.
I'm gonna go with she hears a grunt, a thud, a control panel. I mean, she hears the grunt and the thud on to her left, and then to her right, she hears the sound of a smash and a door hissing open.
Okay, so can I come to the junction of the hallway there and kind of do a left-right
Sure.
head check to see what's going on?
Yep.
And I can notice Kaplan entering what I thought was a secure door.
Yep, you should be able to. And also, you've got no. I apologize. Yeah, totally fine. You see Kaplan. I got to move Kaplan
All right.
into where he needs to be. He's through the door. Dvorak, I'm assuming you come up just fine. Sorry, go ahead.
And the other one's on the floor, right?
Yeah, he's on
Still
the floor. He's not looking great. The damage didn't take him out. And this is one of those games where if we don't take you out in one shot, there's just cumulative damage. So, and 5 is the magic number, and you guys didn't get 5, but you definitely rung his bell.
Okay. Well, I want to try and blast Kaplan now.
Okay, you're going to take a phaser pot shot at him. That's your...
Yes.
That's...
My phaser's on heavy stuff.
Oh, like this game has that. The most annoying thing to detail everything in the game, and all of those beautiful FASA settings that we knew about are gone. Yeah,
Okay.
but no, I definitely.
So there's stun and
there's stun and
disintegrate.
there's
Melting.
yeah, there's burn a hole in it and then caress. They get around to it, but it's kind of well, if you look it up, phasers are a multi tool option. So what it'll be is heavy stun I think counts as a vicious attack. So you get extra 2 dice of damage. You get extra dice of damage. Or not extra dice, it's
All right.
whenever you roll an effect, it's extra damage. So don't worry about it. Same as what we always do. Either way, it's control and security. And because it's a ranged attack, you need 2 on him. And I'm going to say one more because he is through the doorway and partially in cover.
Oh. One
Just
more.
letting you know.
All right. I am gonna go. So I can ask for an extra die,
Yep, you
right?
can purchase an extra die at the gift shop.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do that.
So what you're gonna have to do is
run
you're
here.
gonna use the group's one remaining momentum.
Oh, it's only one
Well, that's
remaining.
okay. One
Yeah,
buys you a die.
just the one I banked. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, one buys
Okay.
you a die. You're good.
And I need a roll under 13.
Yes. You need to do it at least
Okay.
twice.
I got a 5 and a 4.
All right.
17.
5 and a 4. That's good.
Excellent.
And the 17 doesn't matter. You didn't have anything. You don't have your security's like a 3, right?
Actually, 2. My
Oh,
control
God.
is 11.
Okay, yeah, you're not going to be critical at any time soon. All right, so yeah, you knock him and grab your dice, which means you're only going to do like 3.
All right.
I think. Well, I don't remember. It should
Okay.
be on your character sheet because it's your security plus 2, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Let me double check. I'm just gonna look at your character sheet really quick just to make sure because I don't want you to.
Yeah, because I have that character sheet.
Oh
light.
yeah, you have the light character sheet. And well, let me see. I'll bet Dvorak has one. I'll bet Dvorak equipped his character with a phaser.
I did not. He's a hand-to-hand kind of
For
guy.
fuck's sake, people. All right.
I like
He
punching,
was
yeah.
never coming
No.
into contact with the idea of a gun. Okay, he brings a fist to a gunfight. So what we're going to do is it is going to be, it's probably security plus 2. It's a phaser. So that's 4 dice of damage, and because it's on heavy stun, it'll any effect roll counts as an extra point of damage. My feeling is Clapham's gonna make it out okay on this. You could, if you wanted to, give me extra threat, 2 points per damage die. So you could buy higher damage with more threat.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the 4 dice here. See what happens. All right, I got a 5, 2 5s, a 6.
Well, you guys are doing well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you do whack Clapham with 6 points of damage. His armor soaks down to 1. I forget whether or not I'd actually looked up Nausicaans, but I think they've got like some inherent toughness to them. You can Clapham, if you want, you can shake off this for free. It's one of your, if you want to make a what's it called? It's your physical insecurity, fitness insecurity. If you want to roll any successes you generate against fitness and security, reduce the damage by that much.
Yeah, let's try it.
I'm willing to bet this is not a real rule, but I think it makes sense for the Nausicaans. Klingons have a similar deal.
I agree.
So what am I trying to roll under? I probably got 1.
Security. Oh, I apologize. You don't have.
But I don't
have a character sheet. Your fitness and security is at least, I would say, 14.
Oh, I got 2 then. I got a 9 and a 14.
All right. So nice going for you. So that takes the damage from 5 to 3. Okay, so you're minus 3. You've got about 14, essentially 14 hit points. And if you're either taken to 0, you're out of the game. You're wounded, or if you get 5 shots in one go, you're wounded.
Right.
So, sorry if I keep repeating the rules. I figured, this is how we get our education credit as a broadcast, because we're teaching people to play this game.
The
Utes need it. Okay, so Lyra, you just knocked him. Remaining sitting Nausicaan, old naughty number 7. Who was ever
Clapham grunts, get her.
Keep in mind, he wanted to make sure that you drank something that would give you the shits. I'm sure that the feeling's mutual. I'm sure that his opinions of you are not unknown. Okay, so you're the one running him too. So
I am.
Yeah, go ahead.
He tries to. I don't think he's that smart. I think he just got rocked by Dravok.
He did.
I think he's just gonna try to tackle Lyra.
Okay, so yeah, she just shot a phaser. That's pretty solid. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna need.
He is on the ground.
I think he's gonna make a grab at her.
Yeah.
So that would be because he's. Let me see. Because what happens is we don't adjust your skill score; we adjust the number of successes you need. So that's how it works. And there's no subtracting in this universe, because that's a good thing.
Who needs it?
He has a 14 attack, which is pretty standard because he's a goon.
Okay.
And he needs like 4 successes.
Cool.
Well, because he's on the ground. And,
I get it.
Yeah, he's a little rocked. He would normally need a couple, but let's do it to 3 successes. Sorry.
Is he eligible? Oh, if it's 3, I'm gonna roll a 1.
Yeah,
I got it.
You can buy threat with him if you want.
Nah.
He just can't generate it.
No, he misses it.
Oh, damn.
I only got 2 successes.
Oh, that was pretty close. Yeah, so you do.
Oh, wait, what? A 6 is not low enough for.
No, it would have to be 4 or less.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Good to ask. Yeah, he takes a swipe at her.
Still woozy from falling 3 distinct times in one fall.
Yes. He did get a little rocked. So he does make. I mean, I think he makes a play at the foot and probably almost gets it because he was only off by one. I assume it was either a weak grasp or something like that. Let me see what happens. Redeem advantage. Any specific person on that? For the Nausicaan. Oh shit. Okay, Nausicaan.
Is that just one more
You can
for this?
re-roll. Roll one more d20.
That is an 8.
Okay, you managed to essentially you're gonna grapple. There are no grappling rules because it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is ask you to roll 566 and give me the numbers.
6.
Because you're grabbing and not punching. We'll work this out.
Good double.
6.
Oh God!
Right through the heart.
All right. 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. All right. So the 5 and 6 are effects, and what I'm going to do is, for the purposes of this, each effect you roll is the number of successes she needs to kind of break free or to evade it. This is how we'll just do this. I'm gonna let everybody know we're loosey goosey in this.
Yep.
But
great.
I think
I like it.
I think that's a pretty solid way to do a grapple. Thanks, Good Devil, for making that a little more exciting. Lyra, you need to do a daring and fitness roll. And overcome, you need at least 2 successes.
Okay. My daring is 10. My fitness is 9.
I'm not daring in fitness. I'm sorry. Daring and security. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I forgot.
All right. So I got to roll.
12. Okay.
12.
So you need a couple of successes.
And I'm doing it on 2 dice.
2 dice, unless you want to buy more.
All right. 2 dice. Ooh, I did not succeed. I rolled a 15 and a 19.
All right, he's firmly got a grasp of your leg, and is yanking you toward him. So that's kind of crappy.
Okay.
Do we want to make it? Because you did fail both of them. I'm gonna say, can you make a fitness and daring? Or no? Oh, fuck, man. Can you make a daring and? Yeah, it's daring and security. To see if you kind of retain your balance. That should just be a single success.
Okay. That's a 12.
Yeah.
2 dice again? All right. Good Lord. Okay, I succeeded
that's all you
1.
needed. Yep,
And
it
I got
was
an
a
18.
difficulty level 1
Okay.
task. Totally fine. You do retain your balance, however, you are held fast in the rather large hands of the Nausicaan, who probably is going for a serrated knife to stab you through the back, because that's how they roll.
Well, that's who's going to get it.
Because that's how they roll. And then the combat comes back around to the player's side now. It could be Lyra or Dvorak, because we're at the beginning of the next combat round.
Since you went first, Drayvok, why don't you go again?
Yeah, I think so. Let go of her. I'm gonna try and kick him in the head. While he's
Why don't you
still
aim for a
prone.
vulnerable spot?
Do they have
Isn't
one?
that the most vulnerable spot on
Nope.
You've kicked my densest bone.
Yeah, then you need to decide. Let me see. So I need this would be fitness. Oh God. Yeah, once again, it's not fitness. It would be daring and security. Or daring and security.
All right.
'Cause it's hand to hand. You only need 1 success to do damage to a target, or to successfully hit a target.
All right. So daring and security add up to 14. Here we go. A 4 and a 15. So I got
Man,
1
you guys
success.
are just not hot tonight. Yep, you do land one, and then I forget how many dice you have in punch or in what was it? It's not hand to hand.
Unarmed strike. Unarmed strike. I have 6.
Hand to hand combat makes more sense. Unarmed strike, you have 6. So yep, now it's time to see how many points he has left.
All right. I just dropped a die. Here we go.
So we have to try and beat 5
beat
again?
5, or else take him all the way out.
3 successes, and then 2 of them were 1s.
Okay, it's 1 point. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, and a 5 and a 6 are 1.
All right. So the 5s. There were 3 5s and 6s.
5. Hold on. What? Okay. 5, 5, 6.
There were 2 5s and 6. So 3 successes.
Okay. Nothing else out of the 3 die. They were 3s and 4s. Okay.
They were there were 2 1s.
Ones also
there were 2 1s, a 4.
It does work better. I'm just going to tell you this. It works better if you just read the numbers off. Don't think. Just read.
1 1 4 5 5
okay.
6.
And remember, if it ever winds up being someone's social security number, we all split up and we've never heard it. 1, 2, nothing. 3, 4, 5. Okay, he gets 5. Armor soaks 1 because it's his head, even though it was aimed at his head. I'm gonna rule that no, you did an aim shot, so it's at least 5. Plus, he did get 3 more knockbacks. So do you guys want to describe what happens to him as you kick him? Because he's already prone.
Ooh, he's
prone,
already
so I want to see some. I want to see some gratuitous effects.
I guess the knockback is going to smash his head into the floor, and it bounces.
Then Paul, what happens after it bounces?
Then he bounces back and hits his nose on the deck, and he has a bloody nose.
Okay, and then Dave.
And he starts crying.
Oh man!
Just really like.
And
he's trying to hide it, but everyone can hear.
Is he ugly crying? Is he got
Take
snot?
that, ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
Take that, ugly. You think Ferengi are so weak? We are not weak.
Well,
You
it's
are
funny
the weak
because they
one
barely
here.
have a nose.
Oh, you.
He gets one of his little teeth is broken. So he's actually unconscious too. So he's gonna blubber and then just collapse and have drool and blood and snot on the floor.
Which automatically releases.
He does release his grasp from you. Yes, he does it in a death spasm. Snap your ankle, because unlike some referees that use these critical hit cards that cause physical injury to their players, I don't do that. I just enjoy the drama.
Hey, last time it wasn't a physical injury. Well, I mean, it indirectly was.
Oh man, it was pretty bad. It was hilarious. The dumb character got a little dumber. Felix isn't letting it go with that. So Lyra, you have all right. Clepim, you can try and operate the door now. You see your guy go down. Obviously,
he's pressing the button.
Hey, well, wait a minute. Doesn't Lyra get to do something?
Not unless she wants to retain momentum. You can retain initiative if you want by spending threat.
Oh.
So yeah. So basically, whenever you come to a situation where you want to do a little extra thing, you say, "Hey, is there anything I can buy? Can I buy a maneuver?"
Okay.
And one of the maneuvers is go again. A double attacks is spending momentum, and then your next attack is harder. So you can actually do double shots if you want. And then there's I'm gonna have 2 guys on my side move at once. So no, Clapham's gonna go ahead and take a shot. Or whatever he's gonna do.
He's pressing the closed door button.
Like in the elevator?
Yeah.
Because that person's coming that you really despise. Yeah. Come on. So let me see. That's gonna be about 13 because you're not just bashing on it. So somehow pressing a button is actually a success roll of some sort. I don't know how or why.
I think we said like last time it was like an encoded thing,
yeah.
or I didn't understand how it
You
worked.
still don't, so you could just bash it again and see if you just punching the other door will work.
Well, if I'm still conscious in another round, we'll have to try again.
Oh no, you didn't roll, did you?
I did.
Oh, you didn't beat a 13?
Not once.
Wow. These
Oh
are
my
like
God.
65% chances, man.
Where do those Ferengis store the
Yeah, I know.
closed
It's
door
like
button?
yeah, you get there and you realize that
Why do you need more than one button?
Oh, that's true. They probably have 4 buttons or something. All right, so yeah, that seems like anti-piracy measure. You could invoke as a weird thing. You could actually probably evoke some kind of an anti-piracy protocol, and say, "I'll bet they have an anti-piracy protocol, and I'm going to trip the subroutine that locks the ship down." Sorry about that. I was thinking about it and thinking, that would be a shitty thing to do. All right, so Lyra, your turn.
All right. So the
No,
door
he
is
failed.
closed now.
Apparently, he failed to press the
he
closed
failed.
door
Okay, okay.
button. Sorry about the
Sorry.
shenanigans.
Laura's open.
We were very shenanigan-y.
So blast it
Okay.
again.
Again, it's going to be control and security. Pardon me. And it's going to require 3 successes because of the partial cover.
Okay. Do we have any threat left?
You have no momentum, but threat you can always buy more. I'm like Citibank, man. I'm like a payday lender. You can give me all the threat you want
Okay.
all day long.
That way he can blow
Yeah.
up the ship.
Basically, the size of the ship, like
Right,
to
right,
call
right.
on a Galaxy
Okay.
class ship, I have to spend like 8 threat. You just roll up 8 threat in a battle
So
cruiser.
if I say
Yes.
I give you a threat, then I can get
yeah,
traded in for an
and
extra
then
die.
you can buy more dice, but the threat kind of, the second die is 2, it costs 2, and then the third die costs 3. So it's
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 threat
why are you being so
for 1
stingy?
die
Stingy.
because I'm going to win.
I need a win.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Don't phaser yourself.
I need a.
Well,
I heard the
I got an
clatter and uh-oh.
but then I got a 19.
Okay, well, the
Uh-oh.
20's the one I worry the most about.
Hence
Uh-oh.
the uh-oh.
Yeah. So we have what we call a consequence on that one. Let me see. Where's my? I actually.
Always consequences.
Truth. Yeah, you have the truth, or where is my freaking? There's back in business. There's
man.
Yeah, give me.
We
Started
start
off
off
so well. Let me see. There's my resources.
everything's gone down
Yeah,
to Jeffers
yeah.
too.
This is the waste recycler is just gonna get a workout. Did I not have the consequence icon? Man, this is really annoying. I must steal it from somewhere. Anyway, there's supposed to be a sticker and it's supposed to look cool and all that crap, but never mind. Okay, so the consequence. Dave, you're her adversary. You decide something that's not horrific, but also definitely is like you've attempted to fire a phaser at someone and something either happened to them, the phaser, the surrounding area. It could hit the door latch and close it, which I think
That's
is-
exactly what I was
okay.
going to say.
I like
want
that
that.
idea.
Oh,
It hits
man.
the control panel on the outside.
It welds it back to working.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you just closed the door and locked it. So yeah, finally the security system trips, because that would be the first thing I would have is any emergency, all the doors just freaking close, just because that's how I would imagine the ship working. So that kind of sucks. And you're hearing,
Yeah.
Clapham, you're hearing this beeping for comms. And what I'm going to do then is switch back to the street for you guys. Again, surprisingly, where's my group? Yep, and I'm going to do that. and I'm going to bring in Noit. I'm going to just declare that you've come along, that you're walking back after you bump into them on the street. Have I got?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got all the players here, and you haven't decided. Did he send you out with a shopping bag with a little happy face on it? That says "Have a nice day." Okay.
Probably.
I think he probably just pointed to it on the counter as he was whizzing around in his new rocket boots.
Yep, and I don't know what's in the third Pokeball, so that's going to be even funnier. So Noit, you happen upon KashDash and Gorth as they're trying the comm system for the third time.
Hey guys, what's going on? I just got this really cool thing. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a cool thing.
A cool thing.
Well, I can't wait to get more into that when we get back to the ship. But right now, nobody's responding back there. Hey, did you run into any Nausicaans while you were out and about?
I ran into
Romulans.
Romulans.
Interestinger and interestinger.
Yeah, and they were at the same dealer that I went to look for, acquire ancient, mysterious objects. So I don't know what they were doing there.
Well, I ran into Nausicaans, didn't I? Were they Nausicaans that I ran into?
Gorth ran into Cardassians.
Cardassians. That's right.
So either way.
Yeah.
Cardassians and Nausicaans and Romulans. Oh my.
Very good. Where's my momentum tracker? All right, yeah, that's at least a point of momentum right there. All right, yep. So you get a point of momentum out of that. Yeah, do you guys want to make your way back toward I presume you want to make your way back toward the ship.
Yeah, with all available haste.
And
yeah, I think yeah.
Yep.
Haste
and you're aware that Grell is somewhere near the ship. You got your little tracking device.
Yeah, I'll find the worm.
And I don't know if you're just holding it, right? You're not hiding it from the group.
No.
Okay.
No, they can both see two little dots beeping very close to me.
The third one's way over there. There's two more on the ship. I like this. This is a very nice thing. All right, so you guys are making your way downtown, and I'm gonna get to. Is there anything you want? I'm not gonna throw any complications in your way as you go. I believe we have. Did we have a hangar? No, I did not.
I think we just straight into the ship.
Yeah, I didn't have a hangar. So what I'm going to do is grab the hangar. All right, good. Do not link. All right, and there's stairs up from the ground level over here. There's a door control panel. Yep. All right. And then what I'm going to do is, so we got to do a couple of things really quick here. I wonder if you could get stunned. How do you feel about being stunned, Dave?
Stun me.
Okay. Dave just got time that he has some place to be. And the worst part about it is like half of the party goes when somebody leaves.
And the enemies.
So even the enemies just fold up. It's like, oh, I don't know, I'm tired.
Yeah.
It has its advantages and disadvantages, and I'm happy with both. So you guys are out there on the landing skids. Grell is nowhere to be seen, nor do you see any other signs of potential hijackers. You could decide that there's signs of a potential hijacker if you wanted. You could actually invoke a guard as a momentum spend, as a threat spend.
Mm.
Okay.
If you want to give yourselves a heads up.
Right.
I think that makes that makes good sense.
Well, I mean, we already assume that something's bad.
We figured, I think we would figure something's up if nobody's answering the call.
And the Grell's there, so that's a good point. You know, Captain, I'll bet you have a remote on your ship that does security things.
Beep beep.
Do you open or close the door?
I open the door, and I wanna see is there any way to do like a scan of the ship? Do I have that
Yeah, let's
kind of
pretend you have a let's
ability?
pretend you have a tricorder. Or actually, yeah, because part of it is now that I've given you the option of a security scan, there's no reason for it not to be used. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to use up 2 threat because that's what should have happened with the Nausicaans. They've disabled the internal security scan as part of their boarding process when they got their way onto the ship.
Son of a bitch.
Because maybe somebody gave them security codes.
Oh, that little... I swear to God, I'm going to pull his lobes right off when I see him next.
So, what you can do is try and reestablish the security protocols from, your pad. Essentially trying to use your iPhone to hack into the nuclear silo.
Well, Gorath's our engineer, right?
Yeah, but it's your
Yeah.
codes. Do you trust him?
Well, no.
Okay.
But I can change. I'll change the codes again after this.
Well, what I was going to do is this. I was going to have your character have KashDash be preoccupied reestablishing the codes.
Oh, perfect.
And that way you
Perfect.
could step out, because keep in mind optimal play is not part of Star Trek. Yeah, and I could see you being jealous enough, like Gorath could ask, could I help with that? And the first thing is no.
No. I got it.
I got this. I got it. So we'll just have you continually just making mistake rolls as you go.
on.
Yeah, and you just hear the where is it called? The
Oh, come on.
yeah. So do you guys want to move in? Dave, thanks for playing. We'll
Thank
see
you
again
all.
later.
I'll see you again soon.
And we'll just
Take care.
wing it on Sunday night.
care.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
Sunday night, see DM Dave again. More DM.
Oh
Dave.
no, I sent you a Discord.
Send me a Discord. Okay, even better. Now I'll have to figure that out while I'm thinking about other things. Thank you so much. Have a good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Right?
All right. And he yoinks off like that.
Take care.
He just leaves his thing, which is hilarious. He freezes, and then people make memes out of the freeze. So KashDash is now this. I do declare this is seriously more slimy than a snail trail. And I've just decided to make him Foghorn Leghorn. And so
right.
you guys have, do you want, because the door's open, he just can't re-engage the safety protocols. And I feel that, that Lyra's in there.
Something's up.
And you haven't been able to get hold of her. So I suggest that as a motivation. I'm going to foot drag your ass
Yeah.
into that ship.
Well, we're gonna do like quick head checks around the corner,
Okay.
any corner or doorway. Like in and out, or out and in, I guess, or whatever. Is there a way we could assume that they would be on the quarters deck, and like it makes sense for us to head towards the bridge, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, to get to the bridge, you pretty much got to go through most of the ship. So,
Right.
Yeah,
So I think
it's small.
I think we're
enough.
gonna head that way. So we have to go up the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Or the turbo lift. They didn't break the turbo lift.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I've still got Lyra on the original deck for no apparent reason. Yeah, I've got to figure out where you come in. So I think it was deck D. Galley mess hall, recreation area, because the airlocks are up higher, which is weird. Yeah, so the lower deck, if I'm showing this correctly. Why is that deck D? Oh, okay, so I did get them out of order. I'm sorry. I was flipping through the decks like, ABC, like I thought I had them right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's D.
Right.
C, there we go. D deck.
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah, so there's the main cargo hold here. You've got cargo lifts on either side, and the entrance is like just from the front.
Can I quickly beam aboard the golden harpsichord?
What?
You forgot
Yes,
about the
I
golden
really did.
harpsichord. Remember?
Musical
God,
instrument
yes.
that Horge Jarrus
Yeah,
sold it to him.
Wasn't that what you were trying to get them to? Was that
I
what you were
don't
trying to get
know.
them to retrieve? Because it's got a transporter tag on it, right? And you were going to beam it back.
Yeah, we put it. We were before someone.
Well, you.
So
Okay. In my brain, you haven't even gotten on the ship yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's. I'm at
Yeah,
that point.
I'll just kind of make that known. Like that's what I want to do first. To everybody else,
Okay.
I want to see if we can
Okay,
transport.
I might have to hide my artifact rather than risk losing it if there's people on board.
Oh, that's true. Are you starting to worry about this
You could,
artifact?
hide, you could hide it in the harpsichord.
I'm worried. I'm worried about the artifact. It's kind of precious to me, and also I think it's going to give me a hefty profit. So I want to hide it. Profit overall. I don't care about this ship. It doesn't really belong to me. I'm just a crew member. So I'll probably take the turbo lift and try to get to my quarters.
Again, nobody's gotten onto the ship yet. So.
All right, so we're gonna get on the
Well,
ship.
that's
your,
my
your plan is to get into
All
the
right,
turbo
let's
lift
go on
and
the ship.
get to quarters, and then
Yes.
and then yours is to get to.
So we kind of told each other that was
you were
us
both
talking
saying,
to each other about
I'm gonna
what
be
we're
my
gonna do.
my loot.
Like, how usually the good guys go like, you go to the left, I'll go to
Okay.
the right, and we'll catch him in a crossfire. Instead, he goes, I'm going to beam up my golden harpsichord. I'm going to my crew quarters and hide the precious.
Hell with everybody else. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
hell with this ship.
So not
Everyone
worrying
else
about the
be
wife.
fine.
Not worrying about the wife not being able to communicate. No, honey, you're on your own. All right, this is going to be a lot in marriage counseling as we go. So yeah, you guys can come up.
Greybox got no
Yeah, that's
worse
true.
jams.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you build ally characters and then immediately go, nope. I like that each one of them. I do like that you're all treating your opposite number like an NPC. Like you'll throw your own alter ego under the bus.
Yeah. Sure. Well, it's all
It
about
is.
the profit, man. And even when you lose, somebody still
Yes,
makes
that
a
is
profit.
true.
And that better be me, not Draybot.
So what I'm going to do is bring up the there's the little front area here. We'll do that. There's a little portal kind of thing here. Or that's the main entrance or the door. I think you can see it. So that's that's where we're at with that. You guys are walking up the ramp. I've got to find out where the frickin' cargo. I'm going to put the cargo transporters because I'm assuming we can do site to site transport. We don't have to have a pad. Down, and I'm going to put that.
Well, I don't know on this size ship, but I was going to say, wouldn't the cargo bay have one of those cargo transporters, which are good for cargo, but not
so
living
good for
beings?
people. And and part of it is they weren't super.
I don't know if that's canon or if I just read that in a
It's
Star
in the
Trek
books.
novel.
It's in the books that the cargo. Well, and also Enterprise roughly gave you the idea that there were several grades of transporter. And I think DS9 may have done it too, because they stuck people in a cargo transporter. And the fact that they differentiate them suggests that there's something going on.
Yeah, there must be something.
But you're a Ferengi. It's a Ferengi ship, so part of it is it's built to handle cargo, and it's not terrible.
Right.
It's just I think it was if I remember right, the rule was there was a risk of having issues. But I mean, good God, if it was that unstable, like beaming anything, in my brain, a person
who wants to beam all their bricks of latinum into the cargo hold if it's going to turn out to be soup?
Yeah, and also, I mean, in my brain, if grain, I'm going to take Dr. Manhattan's attitude. It's a grain of, it's a sack of barley, which is organic, and a sack of person, which is organic. Come on. You're a sack of organic stuff. Living and Dead, I don't know how the computer figures that out, but oh well. But anyway, that yellow spot is where the what's it called? That's where the transporter controls are. I just wanted to make sure you knew where those were. Right. Goreth and the hat, copy and paste, and there's that. And Goreth is heading this way. Noit's headed up with the Precious. Goreth is at the transporter pad. So basically, the transport operation is like a one-pointer tops, and it's really a utility role at this point. So that's like an engineering and control. Well, actually, it's con and control.
Con and control?
Con and control, or engineering and control, either one.
Well, I like engineering better.
Okay. Yeah, con is kind of your operate equipment skill.
Yeah.
But to hell with it.
Well, my engineering is 5.
Oh, God. Man, I keep looking at Dave's picture. I keep thinking he's going to say something.
Yeah, I remember I could teach Scotty a thing or two.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the way this game works. There's no grinding. You're a god.
Okay, so you said
control because you're doing a fine motor thing. Control and engineering.
Okay.
And you need at least just one success.
Okay. So I'm rolling under 13. Oh my God.
Did you roll?
Okay, I'm gonna have to earn these dice.
Did you roll a 20? Are these your D&D dice?
No, I didn't roll any 20s, but I did.
Those are D&D dice.
I guess this ship, I'm not familiar enough with these particular controls, so I had to look them over. So I failed both my rolls.
Oh God. What we can do is, I think a good in-universe explanation is that you realize something more substantial is wrong with the ship, because that should have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
There's either
security protocols, and he actually beams up Borage Jarrison.
No, I'm not bringing up Borage Jarrison.
Wow, man!
And I'm not bringing in an NPC whose owner. I love the idea because you guys will now own these NPCs, which I think is great. Well, it's like, it'll be the rights. You've got the rights to Borage Jarrison from now on. You've found out that there's some kind of a malfunction in the transporter system. Till it can be corrected, you can't use the transporter again.
Right.
Which would normally be in effect, but I think the way we're explaining it makes sense.
Okay,
to me anyway. So it's like that should work. The controls are indeed paywalled. The controls should be paywalled as well. Good one, Mr. GM.
Yeah.
They're not quite paywalled, but they're the equivalent because the guys the security protocols have tripped, and also KashDash is busy trying to override everything. Right. So he might. I think when he messes around, any failures we can mess with, and also any equipment operations on the ship now have a complication range of 19 or 20. So we're making it a little more risky when you do stuff. I do love that they were paywalled. I wish I would have thought of it. There are other things that are paywalled, and we're going to have, when DM Dave is here, he'll get to decide what's paywalled. Because I think everyone has to pay money to work their station. Oh no, it's remember in the Ferengi thing, they put slips of latinum in for frickin' everything. Yeah. You came into their quarters, you put a slip in to get a towel or what, it was all that.
I'm gonna have a slip of Latin with a hole and a string.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking is the deal. All right, so Gorth, you're set. Noit, you're going straight up to the crew deck.
Yeah, I was gonna take the
Okay.
turbo lift, but it seems that it's broken or it's
Well,
not
I don't know if
working
it is or not. Why don't you go ahead and go with?
I'll give it a
give it a whirl,
but I imagine the security protocols shut those down entirely.
Well, what I'm going to do is
think.
I'm going to have the security protocols engage at random by making you roll for things you shouldn't need to roll for. Does that make sense? Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. So this would be control and con. All right,
Yeah,
so
so you need 2
13 or
successes.
less. Oh my God. I just rolled a 20.
Oh
I got 1 success. I rolled an 11, but I also rolled a 20 on my super powerful D&D die.
Oh, man. Yeah, these are definitely, I think it's definitely paywalled. I'm going to use the paywall option on this one.
Holy crap, it wants 10
I think
slips!
it wants a break. And it attempts to deduct that. It actually attempts to deduct that immediately from. It garnishes your wages, and then opens the door.
All right, I'm not touching anything. I'm just going to walk up the steps.
Because it's a rare thing, but basically now you're in hock for the next month of pay. Which I do love that as a thing. Thanks, GM. Thanks for the suggestion. That is an awesome idea.
Awesome.
That is so hideous to do to somebody. So you're gonna see if you can make.
Especially if it's set.
Yeah, it is set to auto pay. Oh, it's set to auto pay. Well, whether it is normally or not, this time it was.
I'm going to have to call Xfinity on Ferenginar and try to talk down my bill.
Xfinity.
Yeah, right.
Like the cable company.
Oh man, I like the idea that. Well, remember, someone turns a profit.
This is true.
I'm liking that when the random themes come together. Let me see. I've got this. I'll have you go all. It miraculously it takes you right where you're supposed to go. I think. Where is the turbo lift? Is there a turbo lift on this one? Oh, there it is. There's the lift.
I think it's back by Draybot.
Yeah, it's back.
Isn't it?
I got Lyra here. I'm going to put the Nausicaans kind of down. I'm going to put them kind of off to the side for the minute so we can see the deck.
It's LFT,
lift,
isn't it? So across from kitty corner
right
from Draybot.
Yep. All right. And so Lyra, you're both staring at the door right now. I'm assuming Dravok, what were you doing? Lyra and Dravok, what are you guys going to do now?
Think
before Noya arrives.
I think we should secure these Nausicaans before they wake up and jump us again.
Agreed. Yes.
Do you have a hypo that you could give them to keep them knocked out?
Yeah, she has a hypo, right?
Oh, sure. We'll assume. Well, yeah, she always walks around with them. I'm assuming she kind of walks around with a med pack. I wouldn't be unreasonable.
All right.
Considering if she leaves anything medical anywhere, it's going to get hawked. You know, you're just sure it's going to get stolen.
Right. So.
Okay. So that'll keep them out for the next, hour, let's say.
All right.
And did you guys want to do anything else, or should Noit just pop up?
Yeah. Can we close in on the door and at least? I mean, yeah, I'm going to close in on the door and see if there's any way of opening, because he did break them, right?
You'll have to explain. Sorry.
Well, like the controls were broken, right?
Yeah, it's basically you.
Yeah, I shot him.
He smashed them, and then you extra smashed them and put a hole on through them.
So is it a situation where they're unopenable?
The controls are completely unopenable. The controls are completely fused. The door itself hasn't been welded or frozen or anything like that. But I have a feeling it would be like kind of a lockdown situation where the bridge is maybe double deadlock sealed, if you want to go with that.
Yeah. Okay. And there's no other way on the bridge, right?
Not that I know of, no. Not that you're aware of, and not that I'm aware of. Now, whether or not KashDash is allowed something on is a whole other issue.
Right.
Because you guys, you can essentially burn through the doors. It just takes time.
Okay. Can I attempt to communicate? Because I'm thinking this is an engineering type thing.
Okay.
And her husband's an engineer, so can she attempt to give him a call?
Yeah. Let's.
I mean,
where's my chirp? And also let's roll against con and control.
Okay.
And it's going to be 2 successes with a critical range of 19.
All right.
Because I'm going to be a weenie.
Okay, 12.
Yep.
I need 12s.
Yes. How many minutes do you have on your plan? Is now the next thing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, because I don't know how we're working the communicators, but I'm going to assume that they're independent. It's not like they relay through the ship. I'm going to assume that they can at least try and independently do things. But we're rolling to see if there's a comms blackout imposed.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's better. I got a 3.
All right.
And a 14.
What did you need?
12.
Okay, so you got only one of 2 successes. So you can't get through to him.
Okay.
Which is kind of sucky. And we're gonna say that there's kind of a local interference going on. The ship's got some level of dampener field, but it's not impossible to overcome because you didn't critically fail.
So, is it possible that at least with 1 success I can get like some scratchy, noise that goes through his communicator? I just can't talk. So he can know that someone tried to communicate.
Let me see. Let's go with highs or lows, and Cameron, you roll. Paul, you pick, or Chellapuck, you pick.
Okay.
If you want highs or lows.
Well, I'm going to have to go with highs.
Okay.
Because
Good luck, Cameron.
All right, and I'm rolling these D20s. Okay, just one. And I rolled a 9.
Okay. So it doesn't seem to impact.
Yeah.
It was
All
a good idea. I mean, it is a thing like there's there's quantum success, but I think having any successes lets you have some degree of something. So you weren't able to get through to him, but you also know that it doesn't appear to be totally jammed. You just can't get through.
Right.
And luckily you didn't trip the security protocol that would charge your stuff. And then Noit, you pop up, I guess.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, there's Nausicaans laying over there.
Just kicking bodies.
What's going down? Well,
We got on board the ship.
these Nausicaans are trying to take over the vessel.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, one of them got into the bridge, so we got to try and open the bridge somehow. And,
Oh crap!
Someone
Well,
wrecked the controls here on the door.
Dravok knows a little bit about engineering. He might be able to hotwire it. I got to quickly go in my quarters, though. I got a little thing I got to take care of.
Keep in mind, you can also try and just pull the doors apart.
Is it number 1 or 2?
You can also try and pull the doors apart as well.
Yeah, I was actually
That's-
hoping that like I could get Gareth to pull up some some handheld clamps or whatever.
Well, I mean, you don't know where Gareth is, but Noit might.
All right.
I mean, keep in mind, it's like, is Gareth with you?
Is Gareth on board?
Yeah, he's down in the cargo hold. I think he wanted to beam something up with the transporter real quick.
All right, then I think what...
Oh, by the way, don't take the turbo lift. I just got docked for a brick of latinum. We're in some kind of weird lockdown mode.
Yeah, we've been having some issues up here. Okay, well, I think Lyra will then kind of hustle down to engineering via the stairs.
All right. So you can hustle down to engineering via the stairs. What I'd like to do is put a pin in this for today, and say thank you so much, all you happy architects of fate. Where's my outro here? Because I've got an outro, and I do want to say, let me see, where's my outro? There we go. Hey, what I want to say is thank you Chelpuck, thank you Cam for playing. This is going to be a lot of fun. We'll hopefully come around maybe next week, because we're going to get a string of like Christmas, New Year's kind of things where we don't play at all in December, or hardly at all. But also, everybody who's still watching, please remember to follow, and if you find it in your heart, please subscribe to this. And one other thing to know is we have something for everyone here at Architects of Fate. So in the coming week, Tuesday we do not have any Conan. However, on Wednesday we have Call of the Netherdeep episode 10, Barracks, Beasts, and Banditos Oh My. After being thoroughly veeged and banishing Quickie Nibbler to the Shadow Realm, the Banditos move forward to Bazorzen. Oh, who writes this? This is just weird. Let me see. Am I okay? Yeah, here I am. ChatGPT has written some stuff. And then what we can do is I'm gonna also be looking up a raid. And let me see for no, that's the back in business. Darn it! I moved my outro window. On Thursday, Squad 51 Rifts. Squad 51 faces off against supernatural horrors spawned from a rift that is terrorizing Trionia. On Friday, we once again have Cookie Trek. A long-forgotten Trill secret forces the crew of the USS Fan Service to resort to an equally ancient solution. Come help Simon T. Cat and Rufus T. Robot write the new Star Trek story Polar Rights on Cookie Trek. And then finally back around Sunday. I have somebody put something for me in Discord. Pardon me while I dig it out. There's DM and the Great Duke. All right. Oh dear God! It's Panic at the Tomb. Sunday, Panic at the Tomb. Guess what? The party has split again, and Scrod and the Cure found some loot in a trapped treasure chest and are making their way into the tomb with the mysterious brown discs and some undead creatures. Meanwhile, after killing a weird skeleton and taking its weird skull, Jacob, Aladdin, and Kenneth and Shrek head downriver. I'm assuming it's the weird downriver, to find an inexplicable dead end and a treasure chest, unquotes, that seems suspiciously sticky and hungry and covered with tentacles and teeth. Please join us to see which half of this party is going to survive. And then finally, Monday, back around, we have Bajor Rising, Help Unbidden. The first few hours on the USS Odyssey have found the team making small talk, as well as witnessing some odd Bajoran ritual involving fire and transcendence. So yeah, that's this coming week on Star Trek on Cookie Trek. Not even Cookie Trek. I'm really sorry. I'm just like losing it because I'm trying to do two things at once. We're going to be raiding, I think, Tyler the Dingo. So I have no idea who this is, but they are playing Star Trek Online. And so I was going to say, go out there, make some noise, say hi, let them know that we are a fun bunch of people. And I'm assuming Star Trek Online is at least somewhat close to Star Trek Adventures. So take care, everybody. Have a good night. And I'm raiding. At least I think I'm raiding. Because my ad break has got to end. Did we raid? Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh, cool. He's a floof. Oh, dear God.
We out?
I'm completely concerned about this person. Anyway, hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've got to turn
This was
off
fun.
my share. Oh, God. Oh, God. This guy has got an act. I am jealous. We're going to stop sharing. All right. But yeah, no, thanks a lot for playing. And I really hope that you guys are. Is everything going okay, Paul? How are things going?
I mean, things are. I had a meeting with the superintendent and this HR fool. It didn't go anywhere. So now I'm waiting for the district reply. And I think I'm going to have to bring a suit if I want to get anything.
Yeah, it's the thing that
out
you
of it,
don't have
so.
is money.
Yeah, so we'll see we'll see what happens. My mother-in-law has given me good advice, so, because she's an attorney. And yeah, so, but I mean, other than that, I'm pretty much, kind of over it as far as not letting it bother me.
Yeah.
So, I'm working a bunch at Target right now, and I'm going to start kind of looking through the university and other places to see, what might be available out there. I think it might be time to switch up how things are going. So,
do you have an idea of other like fifth act for your life or not?
Well, not really at this point. So it's going to be kind of one of those things where I'm going to, see what's available and, see what I can interview for, or I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I wish the districts were, because you can't really go to another district, right? I mean, there's no other districts.
Oh no, there are other districts. I could, I mean, there's Hazlitt, there's Williamston. I mean, there's a lot of other districts. So that's another a potential possibility. Sure. The main thing is I want to get rid of this black mark.
Yeah.
Right.
On my experience, and if I can get rid of that first before I apply anywhere, that would probably be best.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and right now I have plenty of hours at Target. I mean, and they don't pay me the same that I was getting before, but it's close. So, I don't know. It's kind of like just life is what it is, right?
I know. It's just like I wish that there was.
I really want to get back into writing. Is what I want to do.
You guys aren't in a situation where you can just take time off, are you?
Well, I mean, if I don't have anything figured out by January, since it's just the first quarter again, they're not going to need as much help there, and so something will have to happen. Ugh. So, but yeah, just kind of right now taking a day at a time and trying to accomplish one thing.
Yeah, I think keeping going, because otherwise you've got nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry, you've got to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting there going, because I'm kind of thinking about for myself, so that's why it's like, like thinking, what would happen if this happened to me, kind of thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's tough. Like our friend group really has gone through it a lot because, like,
oh my God,
Brian is still looking. He's still looking for work, and Mark has changed jobs 3 times in the last 5 years or something. So
That's crazy. It's
yeah, it's nuts.
I might
It's
even
really
try
nuts.
something at the state level. I might, see what's, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got to be things out there that people want, and I don't know.
You know.
I think I'm smart enough that I can handle any kind of normal, regular, daytime jobs like clerking or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it would kind of suck to have to go to retail though.
One thing. Yeah. Well, one thing you might even look into possibly is one of those temp services like Manpower Inc. or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just put your resume there. I mean, you don't have to take stuff.
Right.
If you read over a job description and you're not that into it, you wouldn't have to take it. But at least, I don't know how they operate. A long time ago, when I first left grad school, I looked at Manpower Inc. just to see, and they like take a certain percentage of your wage if they find you something. But and then of course I ended up not needing it, but I did look at it when I first graduated just in case. I was like, shit, I don't know if I'm going to get a job.
Well, and I've also been even considering the possibility of maybe even getting into the leadership position at Target.
Yeah,
it's been a good company, and they've been there when I needed them. So I don't know.
Right.
Lots of people that work for them, and they like it. So
no, I'm good.
That's a possibility as well. So
yeah, because if you got into the management area of that, they do fairly well.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's definitely a living wage, and I think the one tricky thing would be like how much I had to open up my
living wage
availability to work.
Oh, I may have been recording this, so hold on. I'm gonna ask somebody to take the. I'm gonna have to ask somebody to take the VOD down.